Income withholding orders. When you receive a withholding order from the child support agency, we'll tell you exactly how much needs to be withheld from the non-custodial parent's paycheck, depending on how they are paid. The order lists the specific amount to deduct based on weekly, bi-weekly, and bi-monthly payroll schedules. However, let's say the non-custodial parent doesn't make enough to send in the full amount listed on the order. That's when limitations come into play from the Consumer Credit Protection Act, or CCPA. The CCPA only allows for a certain percentage amount to be deducted from a check. For example, 50 to 65% can be withheld depending on the circumstances. We'll go over them here. 50% of the paycheck is the maximum amount that can be withheld from the employee's disposable income if they are supporting other dependents. The withholding limit increases to a maximum of 60% if the employee does not support any other dependents. If the arrears are greater than 12 weeks, an additional 5% can be tacked onto the withholding limits, making the deduction 55% with other dependents and 65% with no other dependents. If the arrears are greater than 12 weeks, you'll see a yes indicated on page 1 of the withholding order. You can see this information is detailed on page 3 of the withholding order. Income withholding orders, multiple. But what do you do if an employee has multiple income withholding orders? Although the income withholding order provides an explanation for how to process these, we know it can still be a bit tricky. You'll want to first verify the maximum amount that can be withheld based on the Federal Consumer Credit Protection Act. Keep in mind that priority is always given to current support over past due support amounts. So if your employee has several child support cases and they are not making enough to meet the full monthly obligation for each, check the order for current support versus arrears amounts. If there's not enough in their paycheck, current support orders take precedence over arrears-only cases. Page 4 of the withholding order details the requirements for determining how to withhold support when multiple orders are involved. If you get stuck, the Ohio CSEA Directors Association has also developed a multi-order child support calculator for employers to utilize when this situation comes into play. On its website, ocda.us, just click on the For Employers tab and select Multi-Order Calculator. There you'll find an instruction sheet and a link to an Excel spreadsheet to calculate the amount to withhold for each obligation. Lump sum payments. When an employee is subject to an income withholding order, employers must report lump sum payments of $150 or more to the issuing child support agency. This should be done at least 45 days before the lump sum distribution, or the date that the determination to pay the lump sum is made, whichever happens first. When the child support agency receives notice of a lump sum, we first determine if the employee has past due support that the lump sum payment can be applied to. If there isn't an arrears balance, the lump sum can then be released back to the employee. The child support agency will issue an order to the employer to let them know if the lump sum payment should be sent to the agency or released to the employee. Employers should hold lump sum payouts for 30 days after the payment date to allow the child support agency time to issue the correct paperwork. If you haven't received an order, please contact us so we can check on the status. Employers can report the lump sum payouts by emailing montgomery-csea-lumpsum@jfs.ohio.gov. Examples of a lump sum payment include a bonus, cash service award, commission, retroactive pay increase, severance, sign-on bonus, profit sharing, vacation payout, sick leave payout, and incentive pay. Go paperless. Electronic Income Withholding Order, or EIWO, is a cost-effective and efficient way to receive and process child support withholding orders. You can also send acknowledgments to the child support agency and report any upcoming lump sum payments and employee terminations. EIWO benefits. EIWOs also allow quicker receipt of income withholding orders. Not only does this save you money, resources, and time. It also helps get money sent to families faster. More about EIWO. By electing to receive EIWOs, you will receive the withholding order the next business day. EIWOs are sent securely to a server designated by your company. EIWOs are used by nearly all states. For more information about EIWOs, visit the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement through the Office of Child Support Services online. You can also email the EIWO team at eiwmail@acf.hhs.gov. National Medical Support Notice. All child support orders include provisions for the healthcare of the children. The way the Child Support Agency is able to enforce healthcare provisions is through the employer of the parent ordered to provide health insurance. The Child Support Agency does this by issuing a National Medical Support Notice, or NMSN. There are 2 parts for your company and plan administrator to complete and return to the Child Support Agency. Part A. Part A includes employer instructions. It identifies the employee that has been ordered to provide health insurance, as well as the names of their children who are entitled to coverage. Part A asks that you respond to our agency with answers to the following questions. Is the person identified still employed by your company? If so, is insurance even available to them? If insurance is available, is there a waiting period? If the employee is new to your company and needs to complete probation before being eligible for benefits, we need to know that information too. And when did you forward Part B of the NMSN to your plan administrator? Part B. Part B of the NMSN is for your plan administrator to complete and return to the Child Support Agency with information about the coverage that is available, such as the effective date of enrollment, insurance policy information, cost of coverage, and type of coverage. If there are multiple options for health insurance coverage, the plan administrator needs to let our agency know about all available options. Once we receive that information, our agency will respond to your plan administration with the notice of selection of health plan options. If you have not received a response from our agency within 20 business days, the children should be enrolled in the plan's default option.